Yes, Idaho is known as the Great Potato State, but did you know we are the third largest producing dairy state in the country, behind only California and Wisconsin? But we're better than all those states, those two states, when it comes to production of both milk and cheese. Cheeseheads, psh, get out of here. But as of 2020, there are only 437 dairy farms across the entire state, most of those centered in the Magic Valley region. But back in the day, the dairy center of Idaho was in the center of the Treasure Valley, a fact that still carries the honor it once held, even if it's really not the case anymore. Back in 1929, what started out as a celebration quickly morphed into an annual gathering of not only dairy farmers, but the entire Meridian community. And this weekend, thousands are going to take over downtown Meridian as part of the 93rd annual Meridian Dairy Days.
It's probably going to be strange for people that just moved here, and why do we have dairy days? I can find a dairy anywhere.
That wasn't the case a century ago, when Meridian was the acme of Idaho's dairy industry.
We had the creamery here right in Meridian, where the city hall is now, and there was dairies every square mile, probably had 4 dairies.
That's 4 dairies per square mile. In fact, the city built its first creamery before it even incorporated. Then came the Ada County Dairymen's Co-op in June of 1929, just before the onset of the Great Depression, which helped more than 3,000 farmers feed their families by sending their milk to the Meridian Creamery. In 1948, the creamery included a dairy show in its calendar, making the future Meridian Speedway their home a year later.
You know, people brought their animals, their cows, to show to their neighbors, how good their cows were.
Today, the dairy show is just for FFA and 4-H students to show off their cows and goats, but they're still shown at the Speedway, where horsepower is replaced by milk might.
Probably a lot of people don't know that, but that'd be the North Grandstand, as they call it. Right underneath there is the dairy barn. That's where they used to house up to, I think, 200 head of dairy cows for the show.
Proceeds from the stock show go towards scholarships for those students, and this year, they gave out $10,000, which is a lot of milk money.
Everybody still has to eat, and even though there's not that much farmland left here, we hope that these youth will come back and help out the agriculture in Idaho.
Okay, so the dairy show has remained a constant over the last few decades. Dairy Days has continued to add on a whole lot more over the years. Music, live music, carnivals, pageants, a parade even. Hans told us the Dairy Days parade has become a victim of its own success. Every year it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and this year they're expecting nearly 100 floats to parade downtown street there, followed by a fireworks show. The creamery, by the way, that closed around 1970, and that's when the milk was shipped to Caldwell for processing. In 2008, Meridian City Hall was built in its place.